I'm here with Emily Andrews and Sarah Soverns. They're with they are ERDC Protocol Specialists with the Office of Protocol Visitors and Events, otherwise known as PVE. And I'm also here with Bill Mounger. He's with the Storehouse Community Food Pantry. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Oh, that was in unison and everything. So we're going to be talking a lot about festive activities and so on. But first of all, let's talk about you. Can you all tell me about yourselves, your background, and your roles at ERDC and the food pantry? Sarah, let's start with you.
Okay. So I am Sarah Soverns, and I work as a protocol specialist, like Annette said, with the ERDC's Protocol Visitors and Events team. Our office coordinates various events, including our annual ERDC Under Lights Christmas drive-through light show. That's a mouthful. This project allows us to bring holiday cheer to the community, and it's been incredibly fulfilling to play a role in this event, which not only brings joy, but also fosters a spirit of giving. But a little bit about me and my background. I went to Warren Central and graduated from Southern Miss in 2011. I got married in 2016, and my husband works in GSL. We have 2 boys, and in 2019, I actually started in GSL. And in 2023, I moved to PVE. So, So I'm about a year and a half old with PVE, and it feels like a lifetime, but also...
Okay, Emily, are you going to take offense to that at all?
No, not at all.
Okay, that leads into you, Emily.
I'm Emily Andrews. I'm born and raised in Vicksburg, graduated from Vicksburg High School. Go Gators.
You had to keep that in there, huh?
I did. I don't know what it is about graduating from Vicksburg High School, but you always have to follow through with Go Gators. Married my husband. He's a Delta boy from Clarksdale. Married him in 2010. We have 2 children, a daughter and a son. I'm a dance mom and a baseball mom. We're always on the go. We're always doing stuff. I started my career at ERDC as an administrative assistant in ITL in 2015 and have since grown my career to become a protocol specialist in PVE. I think I moved over to PVE in 2019 or 18 or 19. I don't remember. It kind of blurs together. Like Sarah said, once you start in PVE, it feels like you've been there forever because we're always so busy. But
okay, thanks, Emily. Bill?
Yes, I'm Bill Mounger. I've been living in Vicksburg for about 20 years now. We moved over from the Ridgeland area. I went to Ole Miss.
Hotty toddy.
Got an undergraduate and a law degree there. Had a long career as a trust banker for 33 years. Then I went to work for the Attorney General's office for about 20 years. And so now I've just finally retired.
Okay.
I have a beautiful wife. I got 4 children, a number of grandchildren, and things are just great with us.
Thanks so much, Bill. So we're going to also begin with, to start, can you explain what ERDC Under Lights is all about and when this year's event will take place? And also, could you share the key dates and times?
Absolutely. So ERDC Under Lights, like we said, is our annual holiday light show designed to bring festive cheer to the community while supporting local causes. This year, it will take place tonight, Thursday, December 5th, through Friday, December 6th, with the hours from 6 to 8. We're going to be using the same route as we did last year. If you came last year, that will be where you will enter through our commercial gate, which some of you may know as the bank entrance. Isn't that right?
yeah,
the bank entrance?
back in the day, yeah.
Way back.
Yeah, way back. VPD will be posted at the entrance location to route you in smoothly. So you'll exit out of the ITL gate on Porter's Chapel. Each year we add new elements to make it more magical. We love seeing families enjoy the holiday spirit right from their cars. It's a great way for ERDC to connect with our community in a meaningful way. And we're still celebrating a year later that last year the community donated 7,500 pounds of canned goods for this event. So
That's a lot.
The
Yes.
most ever.
The most ever.
Yes.
Wow.
And a little tidbit about that. So, like I said, my husband works in GSL. This is a whole collaborative impact kind of thing. But I contacted him and said, we need a trailer. And he said, okay. And I said, well, I want to know exactly how many pounds that we're going to weigh. And he said, okay. So he and I and Shelby got into the vehicle and we drove it to the weigh station, and we went through and we weighed it, and they have a great little system that does your cars and the trailer and all the things. It was my first time to learn about that, but so it is officially 7,500 pounds, I can tell you. So
Very good. Appreciate the exactness of that.
yes. Hey, if anyone knows me, exactness is my favorite thing.
This is true.
Exactness and details and the why. So
Okay. So anything else to add to this information? No? Okay. ERDC Under Lights has evolved a lot since it first began in 2017. Can you tell us about how it has grown over the last 7 years?
So, Annette, this is Emily, and I'm going to pipe in because I was the only person that worked at ERDC in 2017. And I'll tell you how it started, or what started ERDC Under Lights event. I was an administrative assistant at this time in the executive office of the Information Technology Laboratory and worked for the deputy director and the director at the time. And the commander in 2017 decided that he wanted ERDC to put on this public Christmas light show. And we were given the task of creating a Christmas display to put out in front of our laboratory to allow the public to drive through the ERDC campus. But our display was supposed to tell the mission of our laboratory. And if anybody knows anything about the Information Technology Laboratory, we just have supercomputers and cybersecurity and computer stuff. And we were like, how in the world are we going to make a Christmas display about computers? You have Geotechnical and Structures Lab that has military vehicles that they all pulled out and covered with lights. And then you've got the Coastal Hydraulics Lab that has boats, and they pulled their boats out by the road and put lights. And we were like, what in the world? And so the initial intent in the beginning of this event was to help tell the ERDC story to the Vicksburg community about what it is exactly that we do, in addition to fulfilling a need of collecting or accepting canned good donations if people felt led to do so. And I'll say the amount of cars in the beginning in 2017 that came through compared to what it is now was extremely minimal, because it was really word of mouth between the people who worked at ERDC or the people who worked really hard to create these custom displays for each laboratory. And then our friends and family are really the ones that came through. And so it's been neat to be a part of it every year, starting out from a laboratory where I only had to do like my lab, to now working in protocol visitors and events where our office is over the whole event and being a part of the planning that starts in really October. And then actually following up from the year before, we start talking about it as soon as the event is over. And so it's just neat to see how much planning is done in the back, on the back side of it.
There's a lot of elves.
Oh my goodness. There are so many elves, and these elves are tired.
Well, these elves work full-time jobs and do it as their volunteer after work too. So.
Yeah. But it has been fun to be a part of it every year, to see how many cars increase coming through the gates, how the Christmas displays have evolved from, in 2017, ITL's display was the Grinch. And now they have this really cool, like, big Rubik's Cube that are, what were those those light brights that spells ITL. And so now it's like everybody has taken ownership in the event. And so it has made it that much more impactful to the community.
Well, and it's become such a community tradition, and that makes it extra special too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. It's crazy how just a small community gathering that we did has become such a holiday tradition for all families.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We even have people from Louisiana coming now.
We do.
And buses.
In
Buses, yes.
It's crazy.
That's super cool. Super cool. Anything else to add?
I don't think
No?
so. Of
Okay.
course, we're proud of how far it's come. Each year we strive to make it even bigger and better, and we're, like she said, we're planning as soon as it's over, and I'm one of the obnoxious ones that are like, look at this display, and let's see if we can do this, or or whatever. And circling back to my exactness that we talked about, last year we had 1,141 cars drive through.
Yes, Sarah was determined to have a clicker so we
have a
could
clicker.
count how many people came through the gates. And I can promise you in 2017, it was probably less than half that. Like, no joke.
Oh, right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So how did ERDC first become involved with the Storehouse Community Food Pantry, and what inspired the initial partnership? And then we're going back to that collaborative impact. So
I don't have the details. I was there when this started. Unfortunately, I don't remember everyone we dealt with, but we received a contact about the new event that ERDC was going to be conducting, and that going to be collecting canned goods, and that they were going to share those with us. And we were very excited because it's a constant battle for us to keep enough food coming in to fill our shelves and be able to serve the people we serve. So. And every year it seems to have gotten better and bigger. So we're very excited about this.
So how many people does the Storehouse Community Food Pantry serve now?
Well, let me go back and say something. When I answered the first question, I just told about me, which I shouldn't have. But
that's what it was about. It was about you.
A little background. I was president of the food pantry for about 4 years. I've been on the board for a long time. I'm on the board now. We have about 40 people. Maybe I didn't say already. We've been open for over 22 years now. We have about 40 volunteers who keep us running, and we're open 3 days a week, and we have 1 day for packing. But now, you wanted to know how the partnership has evolved? That's hard for me to put into words. It's just something that happens, and something I don't think we could do without. I mean, we all love to go ride through ERDC under the lights, and we just know that we're going to get a great reward. It kind of overwhelms us for a little while because we get so much food in there that has to be sorted and shelved. It takes a while, but I know that the ERDC people that we've dealt with are always excited about it. And we're excited that we're going to get the food. So I think there's just an air of excitement about the whole event.
Okay, great. Do y'all want to add anything to that?
So I talked about when the event was started in 2017, and so how ERDC became aware of the need that was at the food pantry. So the commander at the time, and ERDC leadership still today, they do a lot of community outreach events. They go and speak for Kiwanis, and they go do Chamber of Commerce stuff. And so through those interactions within the community, ERDC leadership and the commander at the time in 2017 became aware of the desperate need that the food pantry had. And so one of the labs at ERDC knew this because they had a friend that was on the board and whatever, and you know how Vicksburg people work, small little town communities, everybody knows somebody, and they were working to collect canned goods to try to help the food pantry, and the commander found out about it. And I think that's one of the things that he used to plug into making the event impactful was using the event not only to tell the ERDC story, but to also meet that need that ERDC leadership became aware of. So,
right. Yeah. And one thing about it, the Vicksburg community, the hearts are big.
Yeah.
So the Storehouse Community Food Pantry plays a vital role in Warren County. Can you tell us more about what services you provide to the community?
Certainly, I'd be glad to. We serve people in Vicksburg and Warren County, as well as some of the outlying areas that don't have food pantries. So we get people sometimes from Claiborne County over in Madison Parish, up in Yazoo County. We have a number of folks that come to us. The primary market that we have is people who suffer from what's called food insecurity, which is people not being always certain where their next meal will come from. During the last, it's estimated that at least 17% of the citizens of Warren County suffer from food insecurity, which would equate to roughly 7,500 people. During the last fiscal year ending on September 30th, we serve 5,900 people, and we've provided them with what we estimate to be over 71,000 meals.
Wow.
So we have a constant need for food rolling through, but we have a great great group that works there, and so far for 22 years, we've been able to keep the ball rolling.
So if people want to assist throughout the year, how can they assist you guys?
Well, we have, as I say, about 40 volunteers now. Mm-hmm. Of course, over time, people leave us for one reason or another. They age out or they decide they want to do something else. So we're always on the look for volunteers. They can come by the food pantry. We'd be happy for them to come by the food pantry. We're located inside Travelers Rest Baptist Church at 718 Beaumar Avenue, or they can call the food pantry phone number, which is 601-461-8269, or they can call my cell phone at 601-497-1714. But if somebody just wants to get an idea of what we got going on, we'd be happy for them to drop by and see us. We're open from 10 to noon on Mondays and Wednesdays, and on Thursdays we're open from 5 to 6. Excuse me. Then we also, on Tuesdays, we have a group that comes in to pack the groceries so that we have bags ready to go out and we don't have to stop and pack as we go along.
So especially during the holidays, I know a lot of people are looking to help.
Yes. So we're not asking for any long-term commitment. There's no contract or anything, but if they want to just come by and see us, we'd be more than happy to visit with them.
Great. So are there any standout moments or stories where ERDC support has made a significant impact on the pantry's efforts?
Well, I've tried to think about this. I don't know about standout moments, but it's always had a big impact on us because whatever we get from ERDC means we don't have to buy that much food. That's gotten even more important as time goes on because now, of course, as you all know, grocery prices have just gone through the roof. So it puts a great deal of stress on our financial situation. So this large infusion that comes in helps take that pressure off for a good while. So we're so appreciative of it.
Annette, I'll say from our perspective, after you work ERDC Under Lights event, it is exhausting and tiring, and loading all of the food into the trailer and then getting workers to help us take the trailer to the food pantry. I'm going to tell you, every year when we walk in the door with our very first bag of food to take to them, and you can actually see how empty their shelves are.
Right.
And you know, in what we are fixing to unload is just overwhelming sometimes. I mean, not sometimes, every year. It's overwhelming every year.
It is.
And sometimes the unstock and see the
sometimes the poor volunteers at the food pantry are like, "Can you give me just a minute? Like, just give me a minute." But last year, when we went to go deliver the food at one of the times that we went, the line of people were already starting to form outside in the parking lot to receive the food.
Right.
And so not only did we get to see the empty shelves, but we also got to see the cars that were in line to take what we were bringing. And
the impact, exactly.
It was awesome, and it put it into a whole different perspective. And then my appreciation for our exhaustion and for everyone's hard work that helps with the event, everyone, it was just well worth it. And so it makes everything better. You know, it really gives you a sense of purpose.
Awesome.
Yeah, after you see that, you automatically forget the tired that it was, and it's so worth it to see the volunteers and how thankful they are. And I think that there was a little bit of worry last year. We were talking when we were delivering the food, and they said, we were getting a little concerned, and we knew that ERDC would pull through and donate, and so it's just been it's been a full circle to see that. So I was so thankful. Last year was my first year to ever deliver to the food pantry, and that's why we encourage people. There's a whole trailer. If you want to see it and you want to see the impact, please contact us, and you can help us unload the items and see that and get that warm fuzzy feeling that you are making a purpose, making a difference. Yes.
I might say we don't have any ongoing sponsors or donors that are guaranteed. We start every year over. We've got to make sure we get enough donations to offset our expenses so we can keep in business. So this ERDC food is just a tremendous help to us and toward that end.
So I know we've talked about the numbers and the increased demand, but the pantry I know has faced increased demand, particularly during the challenging times like the pandemic. So how has ERDC's involvement helped the Storehouse meet this rising need?
Well, in the last 5 years, I went back and looked, we have had an increased number of people come see us, over 30% over the last 5 years. And it continues to grow every time I work. I work outside most of the time, checking people in, and we're getting new people in pretty much every time we're open. During this period, too, we have experienced a reduction in individual donations. Part of that may be that you don't get the credit for it on your income tax return that you used to be, or part of it may be just the economy is stressing people out, which I certainly understand. So the food we get just goes so far in helping us serve the new people that come in, because we're striving to be sure we never have any empty shelves. I read an article here recently about some other food pantries here, or maybe food donation sites here in Vicksburg that were saying they don't have any food. It's just dried up kind of. But so we're so thankful that we're still thriving and in business, and ERDC is a tremendous part of that.
Okay.
Well, I know in 2022, the amount of food that was collected that year was 6,000 pounds. And then in 2021, it was 6,000 pounds. 2022, it was 7,000 pounds. And then last year, it was 7,500. So that just shows me that people coming through ERDC under the lights, number one, the cars have increased, but number two, their want to give and to provide during the holiday season has increased too, which is a great thing to experience and see.
For those listening who want to get involved, how can they help out? That's a super big question there.
It is very filled too. So there are so many ways that you can help. Listeners that are listening, you can volunteer your time at the pantry, like Mr. Mounger said. You can donate non-perishable items or toys. We didn't really touch on that.
Yeah.
But we also do toy donations as well. Or even spreading the word about the pantry's needs and the needs of the toy drive can make a big difference. Every little bit helps, and together we can support those who need it most.
Oh, we're going to just go ahead and wrap up. So what's the key takeaway that each of you would like our listeners to have from this conversation today? Sarah, would you like to go first?
Sure, I will go first. The biggest takeaway is the power of community. ERDC Under Lights and our partnership with Bill and all the toy donations, it's been great, but we can bring joy and support those around us. We hope listeners feel inspired to take part in that mission, whether it be by visiting the light show, donating toys or canned goods to the pantry, or simply helping spread kindness this holiday season. Is just remember why you do it, and it's great. I'm glad to have met Bill and put a face with a name, and it just makes it that much more rewarding when you see where it goes.
For me, the biggest takeaway about ERDC Under the Lights, one thing that our office has started doing is inviting nursing homes.
Yes.
And homeless shelters or children's shelters. And sometimes their activities that are allowed during the holiday season due to multiple reasons, health, restrictions, those kind of, like family that lives far away. Sometimes them driving through ERDC Under the Lights is the only holiday cheer that they get to experience. And so that, to me, my favorite part of ERDC Under the Lights, aside from collecting all of the donations, is seeing the children's faces when they come through. They don't know who I am, but me waving at them, they're like, "Oh, she waved at me." And then, we have Santa and we have Mrs. Claus posted throughout, or throughout ERDC, and we have a Mickey and a Grinch and all of these characters, and just watching the little kids' faces or the people who are with the nursing homes' faces, their precious little faces lighting up when they come through our displays is what makes my heart happy. Just being able to spread cheer to those that don't necessarily always get it.
Okay.
Yes. I'll also add to say that we, Shelby and I were going through the directions and thinking about what we were going to do to make this year better, and I read on the bottom dog biscuits because even people bring their pets.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a good idea.
that is one of our things that we want to have at our collection site is that too. So
Okay, so can I tell a quick story?
Please.
So last year, if you drove through last year,
oh yes,
the environmental laboratory had their robotic dog Spot out on display, and he danced to Christmas music. And I had the lovely job of going to EL and standing there and making sure traffic continued because we wanted to keep the traffic flow going. The amount of dogs that barked and got upset at Spot was so funny because he's a robot and he doesn't even have a head. But those dogs were like, something's wrong.
they picked it up. So, yes.
There were several dogs that I was like, oh, you need to roll your window up. He's a little scary, like, you know. But that is true. I forgot about the pets. I like watching them come through too. Hopefully, EL will
Joy
put
to
Spot back
humans
up.
and to animals.
Yes, everyone.
Only Erdic under lights.
I do like the fur babies coming through.
Bill?
Well, to me, ERDC Under Lights is more than us just getting food from a personal standpoint. We look forward to it every year. We always go out and drive through, and so do our friends. So we thank y'all very much for what you do. We enjoy it. The food that we get, of course, we've been operating, as I said, for over 22 years. The donations that we get from you all, plus donations we get from other people, have enabled us to continue to operate all that time. And we look forward to being able to serve the community in the future years.
Great. So, okay, before we close out, just remind everyone about this evening.
Okay, so tonight, Thursday, it will start from 6 to 8. Starts at 6. Mm-hmm. You're going to enter in through the commercial gate, the one by the bank, the old bank. VPD will be entering.
They'll be posted at Halls Ferry entrance. They'll be posted at the entrance.
Yes, for a smooth transition. That's really what I wanted to say, because going back to the collaborative effort, we could not do it without them as well.
That's what I was fixing to ask.
Yes, we meet with them early and we make sure we get their blessing of the route, and so we want everybody to be on board because we need them to help us. So yes, they will be there.
Along with ERDC security.
Yes, and they're just as great as well. We have so much fun with them, and Shelby does on the radio with them. She likes to be the, what do you call it? The first person that's on the parade.
Yeah, she's the leader.
What is it?
The Grand Marshal.
The Grand Marshal.
Yes.
She enjoys being the Grand Marshal.
What's her radio
leading the
handle?
traffic?
Mother Goose. Mother Goose.
Mother Goose.
Yes.
I'm Tweety Bird. I don't know what that means.
I was going to ask.
I don't know.
I was given one last year, but I forgot. I guess it wasn't impactful. So,
I don't remember.
So security's going to have to get on that.
Yeah. So,
one year they did arrest the Grinch.
I know. I heard that.
Oh wow.
I wonder if he's going to come back this year.
I don't know.
I hope not. ERDC security will be ready for you.
They'll be ready.
We'll be
ERDC
ready
security
for you.
is always ready.
Yes, because we don't want him to take our Christmas decorations.
No.
No.
He was trying.
Yes.
Or our toys or our canned goods.
Absolutely.
That's for the community, dude. It's for the community.
But yes, it will be Thursday tonight from 6 to 8. And it will also be tomorrow from 6 to 8. And we cannot wait to see everyone.
We hope that you'll come through.
And your dogs and your children and whoever you want to bring.
You can holler out Mother Goose or Tweety Bird and we'll know who you're talking about.
Yes, you'll get an extra dog biscuit for your dog if you do that.
Well, Emily, Sarah, and Bill, thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you for what you do for the community.
Absolutely.
Same to y'all.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.